You know what I'm saying? So you have liars.
Man.
Liars are now the face of our culture. You think they would ever, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth?
About R. Kelly, Beyonce was on that island where Beyonce was on Island. Beyonce and the camel. Beyonce and Jay-Z are linked to Island.
What do you mean she's dead? What happened to her? This is just a beautiful, young, seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman. I was told that she didn't have any health issues, and it was very shocking to hear.
Now you kind of look at them like scoundrels. What won't you do for that damn career? Listen, this is a disgusting business. That's all I'm going to say. This business is so disgusting that I can't. I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators.
Wendy Williams isn't pipping down with the allegations anytime soon, y'all, because she just sent the Carters into major panic mode after she exposed all the details of what really happened to Cathy White and her connection to the Epstein Island. Initially, people thought she was just Jay-Z's mistress, who later became their surrogate because of Beyonce's fertility issues. But according to new reports, it goes way deeper than that. Apparently, she was an active party-goes to all the major events in Hollywood, including allegedly that infamous island due to her connections with several famous men. It is being reported she witnessed a lot of shady stuff out of these private parties. And yes, that includes the infamous essay incident involving Harvey Weinstein that was brought up in the Epstein file. Okay, so just for a little bit of context on Cathy White, she was a publicist and health fitness expert in the entertainment industry who reportedly began having an affair with Jay-Z after getting connected to him through her best friend Claudia Jordan. Apparently, the rumors started after the popular journalist Liz Crokin reached out to Cathy for an exclusive at the request of her boss at Star magazine. Cathy initially tried to protect Jay-Z by denying the affair, but Liz confronted her with some never-before-seen photos she had obtained of them in a compromising situation. And that's when Cathy broke down and opened up to Liz about what Jay-Z and Beyonce had supposedly been putting her through. But this is where Cathy messed up big time. It turns out that before she finally decided to speak to Liz, she had actually told Jay-Z about Liz reaching out to her and even told him that she was going to grant Liz an exclusive. But guess what? Just days before she was supposed to do the interview, she was found dead in her home. And according to her autopsy, she died of a brain aneurysm. But girl, as you can already guess, people weren't buying it. They said her death was very suspicious for two reasons. One, she just so happened to die right before telling Jay she was going to go public about their relationship. Two, she was supposedly heavily pregnant when she died. And just around that time, Beyonce also gave birth to Blue Ivy, even though it was previously reported that she had fertility issues.
Her telling her story to me on the record, which implied to me, obviously, that if she was willing to tell her story about Jay-Z, that it was indeed true that she was having an affair with him. So that was pretty much it. That was the last time that I talked to her, and I was under the impression that she was very strongly considering talking to me and telling me her story about her affair with Jay-Z. So a few days go by and I'm following up with her. I'm calling her and I can't get a hold of her. And I believe that this went on for a few days. And it was just really weird because she always answered her work phone. I thought it was really strange that she wasn't answering her phone. She was MIA. I didn't know what the deal was. So I ended up reaching out to one of her colleagues. And when I finally got hold of one of her colleagues, they told me that she's dead. And I said, what? And she said, yes, she's dead.
In fact, after Cathy died, Liz Crokin got on with this entire case again and blatantly accused Jay-Z and Beyonce of being behind Cathy's death. She made this tweet that said, "When Kanye West says Jay-Z has murderers, I believe he is talking about the people who killed Cathy White." Now, she never mentioned anything about this again, but when Diddy was caught and Jay-Z was accused of being involved, she doubled back and said, "Note the date. Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died/was deleted. I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is music coming. She followed it up by posting the video of Kanye saying Jay-Z had Unilivers who were ready to take anybody out upon his request.
Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got. Please don't sit about my head. Just call me.
It's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. Music, there's a reason Kanye said Jay's got M. I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Cathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. But here's where it gets interesting. Music. Wendy Williams actually peeped what was going down, but was hesitant to speak on it since nothing was confirmed yet. Music, she'd gotten word about Cathy, too, and was waiting for her to do that exclusive with Liz first. But as we all know, Cathy dropped dead before any of that could happen. However, during all that time that Wendy was waiting, she actually hinted at Cathy being in the picture, but decided not to explicitly mention her name, so she wouldn't get her life threatened. Mind you, Wendy had previously already gotten threats from both Diddy and Tupac after she accused them of being gay. So the very last thing she needed was for Jay-Z and Beyoncé to also come after her. Anyway, she hinted about Cathy back in 2011 when that incident about Beyoncé's belly caving went viral. Basically, Bey was pregnant with Music, Blue at the time, and she appeared on an Australian TV station for an interview. But as she made her way to sit, her belly literally crumpled in real time, and this sent the entire internet into a frenzy. People were accusing her of secretly using a surrogate while deceiving the public with a fake bump, Music, and that surrogate was rumored to be Cathy. Now, mind you, at the time, Beyoncé had already shared that she had fertility issues. Music, so these rumors actually made a lot of sense to people. Fast forward to the very next day after it happened, Wendy also got on TV to talk about it. And that's when she hinted at Cathy being used as a surrogate for Beyoncé behind the scenes.
Beyonce recently, like last Sunday, appeared on an Australian show. And when she sat down, the baby bump squashed, bent, and crumpled. Hold on. As ridiculous as it sounds, you know I did my research and we've got the video to prove. Hold on. So people started questioning, was this baby bump real or fake? Now, being a woman who, I had my baby bump. Many of you have had baby bumps. I never remember my baby bump squat. Just take a look at the video. Okay, so here's Beyonce and she's walking out and everything is fine. She's 5 months pregnant. Then she sits down and, okay, no, we're going to rerun it until you see it. Let's do it in slow motion. You'll notice she's either giving birth to a frisbee or Stewie from Family Guy. Look at the shape. Look, do you see? There it is. There it is. What that is, B. Okay, now let's bring it back and freeze it. Yeah, we're analyzing. There it is. What is that? Is that a baby bump? I don't know. I was on bed rest the whole time. I'm not exactly sure. But I can tell you, when I would get out of the bed and sit up at a kitchen table, I wouldn't be able to sit like that. Like I was so concerned about my back and the baby. Even at 5 months, I sat like this. Beyonce's pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. Beyonce is going to use a surrogate so she can maintain her body, but they're going to play it off like it's allegedly, like they gave birth. Remember, I was the first one to say this, and you remember, because wait, I haven't said it yet. Watch. It's going to be an at-home water birth in the master bathroom. There are going to be 3 people there. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and her mother, Miss Tina. Watch.
Now, at the time, this is all Wendy said about this entire Cathy, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z love triangle. But now, she is allegedly saying that Cathy wasn't only taken out because she was a surrogate. It's also because she also had details on those high-profile men visiting the Epstein Island. And it was actually part of the things she was going to expose in that exclusive interview with Liz Crokin. If you remember, Jay-Z was named dropped in the Epstein files for allegedly assaying an unconscious woman with Harvey Weinstein.
in your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for what it means for mass incarceration.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then, can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement is okay?
Mind you, apart from being Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Cathy had her own successful business in PR, and she had worked with several high-profile names. So she knew or witnessed what was going on in these circles. Well, according to Wendy, all this happened around the same time Jay-Z was messing around with Cathy. And baby, she wasn't planning on staying quiet about it while it continued happening. Now, I can't confirm these rumors since it's really just speculation. But if what Wendy is saying is true, then it explains why Cathy's death never made any sense. How does a healthy 29-year-old suddenly drop dead of an aneurysm? There were a lot more people involved, and it went beyond her just being a surrogate. No wonder her bestie Claudia Jordan has also tried to separate herself from this entire case. The last thing she wants is for them to come after her, too. It is also being reported that Wendy Williams would be making a comeback to TV very soon. And one of the things she is going to talk about is this mess. Only time will tell. In the meantime, people had their thoughts like this person who said, "Justice for Cathy White. We know Jay-Z her." Another person said, Wendy Williams exposed Beyoncé's surrogate and connections between Diddy and Jay-Z and the Kim Porter and Cathy White who died under mysterious circumstances. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Cathy White allegedly being on Epstein's Island? And do you believe Wendy Williams' claim that this was part of why Cathy got unalived? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.